Morning of day 26. We got some rain for a couple days there, and I didn't really do any filming because I didn't have any solar power coming through. There's too much for clouds, and ran the battery down listening to some audio books in the rain. I listened to H.G. Wells' Island of Dr. Moreau. That's what it was, and that was a freaking crazy book, especially being out in the woods in the middle of the night. He's like talking about all these crazy animal beast people. It was a pretty crazy one. Every time you hear a sound out there, you're kind of like, getting all creeped out. But this pile of sawdust right here is what is left of all the logs that we were going to build a platform with. So obviously I scratched that plan, hauled the wood over to the fire pile, so we have at least half of the firewood that we needed cut for next winter, and I'll probably cut another couple trees here, find out which ones are going to be the problem trees, because I did want to have some sort of a garden at some point, and these oak trees, these huge oak trees, are just really killing all of the great sunlight that I could be getting on this high edge here. So I got to take down a couple more of these oak trees. And these pine trees are never going to grow. These oak trees have so much leaf cover over their heads. It's going to take forever for these pine trees to grow. I need to get rid of these oaks. But this will probably be the last episode here of season 4. I'm going to go to work for a little while. I'm also going to change in some of that silver and maybe a couple gold pieces, and I'm going to come out here and build the platform out of dimensional lumber. And I'm going to build it pretty big and sturdy, because I'm probably going to build a small cabin on top of the platform that I build, if I'm going to spend the money to do that. Eventually I'm going to want to put walls up and do a porch and everything. I think it's going to be 10 by 18, so it'll be a small little thin cabin. We'll probably put it right here, right in the spot we're showing here, and it has a really good view into the forest here with the swamp, and then the river's over here, and game comes in through here all the time. This is where you see like deer come through, so this figured a good place for a cabin. You have a little porch on it you can sit on and watch game and watch the birds, and it'll be a nice spot. But I'm going to just clean up camp. We'll be out here until probably the 19th or the 20th. 31 days is usually what I do. And then I'm still living out here, so I'm going to be out here on and off all summer. And I'm going to go home and take care of some personal business for 2 or 3 days and get on the internet and get on a real computer here. And then we're going to be starting a new series, which I'm going to be doing an channel update video pretty soon here, and I'll announce the series that's coming up, and I'll be doing a little bit of traveling, and then we'll come back and do season 5, I guess, in the summer. And we'll see how bad the bugs are then. The black flies are already horrible, but the mosquitoes haven't come out yet. In the summer, you got both of them really double whammy you, and they're all around. You get like a cloud of bugs around you. Right now, midday, you hang out in one spot, you'll get a cloud of black flies already. A pretty thick one. Yesterday they were pretty bad. But I'll catch up with you guys a little bit. Day 27, guys. I'm out walking on the tracks looking at plants and their development at this time of year, because I'm doing the plant series, and I'm trying to get some of these plants in spring, get a good shot of them, and then I'll come back in summer and get a shot when there's berries and stuff on all these plants. So just out doing some nature walking, but I've been cutting firewood for the last couple days at the property and just getting the property all ready for me to go on. I think I'm going to be going on a hike soon here, and I need to go and visit my family down south and say hi to them real quick. But I'm living out here now, so we'll be back out at the property within a couple weeks, and I'm gonna kind of probably only start doing videos when we're actually building or taking something apart or doing something interesting, because the DC's off the grid experiment, it's just so many videos now, and I'm getting ready to start a bunch of other series that are a little bit different, because off the grid is really the only reason why my channel is off the grid right now, is because I just happen to have been doing that when I started my channel. Here's a nice little pond right here. A lot of this is where the blue herring hangs out. I don't know if we'll be able to get a shot of him. But the channel's gonna have a lot more backpacking, a lot more bushcraft survival stuff, because that's originally what the channel was gonna be about anyways. I just happened to be moving onto this property for the first time last spring, right when I started the channel. So the whole channel kind of evolved into an off-the-grid channel, but really it's about long-term wilderness survival and long-term living in the woods, and even the off-the-grid is really about being comfortable for long periods of time in the wilderness. So I hope you guys have been enjoying it. It's day 27. I'm going to continue my little nature walk, and this will be the last episode. At the end of the episode, I'm going to do a full channel update for you guys. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next couple days here as we wind down. We'll be leaving here on day 30 or day 31. Alright, here we are on day 28. How you guys doing? I started to do this actually last night right at dark. I just wanted to see if the wedge was going to go into this particular piece of wood. This is a piece of maple that we cut down. I was going to cut it into firewood, but it's the bark came off so nice and has nice color to it, and I figured it dried out really nice. So I'm going to take a couple wooden wedges here, which I can only find one. The other one's close by. I got to just go look for it. But I'm going to take the wedges here, and I'm hoping to split this down. I at least need to split it down about 3 or 4 feet, and then we'll cut that section off with the chainsaw, and we'll plane it out with the axe a little bit and make it a little smoother, and that's going to be the bench. I'm trying to build a bench down by the river today. So yeah, all I did was pick the spot that I wanted to start the split. I wanted to have more wood on this side than this side, and I planted this in a couple times, the 8-pound sludge, and it had a split in it, and then I put the wedge in there, and I only hit it 2 times with this so far. Got that much crack out of it. I probably don't need another wedge, but yeah, I do need another wedge. Alright, I'm gonna go grab the other wedge. I'll bring you guys right back. Alright, here we go. I couldn't find the one that I was using before, but I just hacked some wood off of this piece of firewood here. And this will work fine because the split's already pretty big. And it's nice because this one's a lot longer, so we should be able to get in there a little bit better. Doing it. The split seems like it's moving towards the middle more, though. Which isn't really what I wanted. There's not much I can do about it. And there we go. Once my split got as far as I needed it to be, I made a cut with the bow saw. And that piece right there, I'll take an axe and plane it out here a little bit, make it smoother, and that's going to be the seat for our bench. So I'll bring you back after I chainsaw all the under pieces up, and we'll head down to the river and set this thing up. Alright guys, it's later in day 28. I'm still working on this bench. It's going pretty good. I was listening to John Muir's steep trail, just carving up some wood and making this bench. And I was cutting sections here and chipping them out, and I broke the SK-5, which is crazy because it really wasn't that crazy of a job that I'm putting it to there. And the tip broke off, but I guess I didn't have enough of it on. I mean, they were just chipping out real nice, and then I stuck it in and popped right off. It's too bad. I was really liking this knife. I really wasn't sure about the grind, but I was liking the knife in general. But now, I guess I'm going to have to start using another knife. Can't use a knife without a tip on it. And I think I'm planning on making a bow fire drill video here soon. It's going to be a lot harder without the tip on my knife. Well, day 28, I'll see you guys later. See how this bench comes out. I think I'm going to keep it right up here at the fire. The bench looks cool, so I don't think I'm going to bring it down to the river. I'll build another one for the river later. And there she is. Still a work in progress. I have to plane the top of that log out, and it's still a little too low, so I've got to put some, I got to maybe put bigger logs right underneath the actual plank. And I'm thinking, since I have that whole rest of that log over there and it has the wedge still in it, I'm going to continue splitting another piece off and plane that out and make it even with this and put 2 planks across it so it's 2 planks thick. Make it a little bit thicker and use it for like setting a plate on and stuff and doing stuff by the fire. Make a little bit more room here. It's always nice to have a couple benches that are big enough for someone to lay down and sleep on too if they absolutely have to. Because you don't want to sleep on the ground out here if you can avoid it. Good little portable cot is a good idea. I'm trying to think of a good cot system I'm going to come up with here. I have a couple good cot systems I've used before, so I'm going to try to pull one together to carry with me from now on. Alright, night of 28. I'll see you guys in 29. There's a nice little treat hot off the coals. It's a little mint chocolate Danik snack that I put together there. Those pans are hard to work with though. I think this one's burnt on one side still. I'm having a hard time getting it, getting the temperature down. But at least it's cooked all the way, and the top of it will be darn good. So this is what I'm thinking. That's Sharpie marker there. Thinking when I get out of the woods this week I might grind this knife down, grind the edge up like that and kind of make a kind of a drop point, or I don't know what that would be actually. Yeah, might have to do something like that, or maybe I'll try to meet it back up in the middle. Maybe I'll send a letter to Ontario and show them what happened. But I don't know, this knife's kind of weird anyways, and I think if I grind it a little smaller, it would actually be a pretty cool survival knife still. And I'll let you guys know what I end up doing with it. It's too bad. Whole year of using her ended like this. The only other knife I have is the more bushcraft black. So I might have to start carrying that for a little while. I'm planning on doing a lot more bushcraft and survival stuff and backpacking anyway, so it might be nice to carry a knife like that for a little while. We'll see. Alright, day 29, and it's a nice day out here today. Beautiful, but there's some logs jamming up the river, and it's messing the flow up, and it's going to mess fishing up this summer, so I'm going to go down there and cut that out. But the axe there is pretty dull because we've been using it for 30 days now, and I've been lazy and I haven't sharpened it yet. I can see that there must have been a couple granules of sand on the cutting block here, because I can see I got a couple nicks. So I'm going to quickly sharpen this, but I guess I was going to bring you guys along. And look, oh, we got 2 hands. Don't even ask how the iPad is attached to me right now. Okay, we're going to need this, and let's get going over here. And we're going to need went all the way to the bottom. Whetstone has been soaking. And I'll usually strop it afterwards too, but I probably won't do that until later. But we got this side 3,000, this side 1,000, and with how dull it is, I'd probably go down to my 600, but I don't have it here with me. So it's all about a circular motion you're doing here. And you really want to start way back here. If you start way back here and you want to flatten a little bit of that out and then work your way forward, and that'll keep your angle nice and convex, and it won't let it get so steep. It'll keep it at the way it was when it came. You also want to make sure that right here, I think it's the foot of the bit, and I don't know, maybe the head of the bit, I'm not sure what this side's called, but you want to make sure they're staying even, because this one is a little bit in front of this one right now. So we're going to try to work on that by working on this side the most. There you go, I can see, and you'll see the water that you have on the stone turn real gray. That's some of the stone breaking up, and that's what you want, you know. You want the stone to be getting sandy, which will help. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like right there, there's a huge nick. So that we're probably not going to be able to get out completely, but as long as we sharpen around it, because once your axe is dull, if you use it dull, it's just going to get duller and duller and duller faster, because those dull spots flatten out on you. And then I try to switch over to the other side and keep it even. Alright, I'm going to finish this up and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright, here we are. Gotta dry it off first at least. Get all the water off of her. We'll oil her up after this, but I guess I'll strop her real quick. This is just a little strop. This is for camp that I use. It's pretty small. It's kind of a pain in the butt to use because of how small it is, but coarse stuff. White stuff, fine stuff. I actually usually take the back of my knife and scrape off the old stuff too. It usually comes off pretty easy with the SK-5, the back of it, the spine scrapes that right off. So you can kind of start fresh, but it's pretty clean. I scraped it off last time. And then just take your blade and do the black side and work on down it. From the whetstone, you can see there's lines and a little bit of swirling from the 3000, but you'll see the swirling turn into a dullness when we use the black side, and it happens pretty quick. The black side's pretty abrasive, and you probably only need like 50 strikes. I do 10 on each side or so. I don't really count them exactly, but you should try to keep them even on each side. But not just the blade. You want to get all the way up here and try to polish all the way up to the edge where it comes in. And make sure you're only going down. If you drag back up, you'll cut you'll cut the leather all up on your board, on your strop. And then keep on going with the black for a little while. Take our handkerchief off and make sure you just get all the black compound off, and then switch over to the white. And the white really polishes it like really good, and that's how you get that shaving sharp, is from this white side. Polishes it so clean, you get like a mirror finish. It's gonna take a long time though, so you guys get the point of this. I'm probably gonna have to sit here and do this for about 15-20 minutes. I'll go over it with the black a little bit more, and then I'll do the white for like probably 7 minutes on each side. So that's how I sharpen my axe, and after I'm done cleaning this up, I'll bring you guys down to the river to show you what I'm clearing out. So here we are, right here. This thing I'm going to cut down at least, and it's going all the way over here, so let's kind of take a look at this here. See, it's laying down here in the river, but where it's laying down, we're not really worried about that much. But we're going to cut it up there so it's laying in the river. So when it floods, stuff can pass over it. But this right here, I mean, you can see all these logs are jammed up, and it's mostly this tree right here. It's a maple tree, and it's still alive. But this tree and this maple tree too, and this maple tree is still alive. But the big one's not so bad if you just have one thing in the river, but when you have two things for things to get caught up on, that's when you have the problem. So I'm going to pull all the stuff that's caught up with a rope up on land, and then I'm going to cut this as low as I can get it. So next time it floods, stuff will be able to pass through there. So I'll bring you guys back and show you what it looks like after I'm done. Alright, the mosquitoes and black flies are awful out here right now. But night at 29, figured I'd bring you down and show you guys what I did. This was probably the hardest day of work I've done on this property yet. I cut that out and we cleared the stuff up. There's still one more log I need to put a rope on and pull out from the other shore on the other side. At some point here. I startled some sort of creature over there. I don't know what it was. See all those logs? I had to put the canoe in so I could cut them all out of there. But all the debris is gone now. And the river's moving kind of faster, but once I get this isn't attached to this tree, and this, once I pull out from the other side, will be the last piece to really clear that flow up there, and it will make this move a lot faster, which the trout like it to be moving a little bit right on this. Usually it's moving faster around this bend here. But most of that debris, as soon as the next rain comes and it's a little higher, all that debris will come out, and we took out that maple tree that was there, that was making the catch. But yeah, like I said, I think this is the hardest day of work. This is probably the hardest day of work I've done since I was digging holes in California, working construction as a kid. It was intense, especially trying to keep my balance in the canoe the entire time while I was working with the bow saw, cutting up that maple tree. And I had to do a lot more cuts than I thought I was going to have to do, but I'm actually up here looking for the cover that goes on the bow saw blade. But I'll catch you. Tomorrow's the last day out here. We're going to do a quick video down by the river tomorrow morning. We'll do a channel update, and I'll say goodbye for season 4. Alright, day 30. I gotta drag this canoe back up to camp and bring it up to where it needs to go. Let's go see how the river looks real quick before we go up. Yesterday when I was working on cleaning out all that log jam in the river too, I forgot to tell you, this crazy bird it's like big red mohawk on it, and it was all black other than that, and it was making these crazy noises. It had a long beak on it, and it was like as big as a crow, but it was a pretty interesting animal. It was cool. Yeah, hung out with me for a while yesterday while I was cutting all that stuff up. It's pretty sweet. Seen lots of deer tracks right in the river yesterday too. But yeah, that water already looks like it's cleaning up a lot. Glad we moved all that stuff. I did hear the fox screaming last night when she came to the crossing and noticed that she couldn't get across it. She was probably pretty upset. But there's another place to cross down the river that way a little ways, so I'm sure she's fine. I can see some of that debris gathering right here on this. It'll probably get stuck there until the next time the water's high. But yeah, this is pretty much the end of season 4, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I know it's the Off the Grid experiment is such a crazy series. I just am kind of all over the place, but that's because out here is, you know, this off the grid stuff's kind of new to me, and I'm used to being in the woods camping, but not so used to being out here doing this stuff and trying to clear the land and everything. It's my first lot I've ever owned and clearing it, so it's been pretty exciting, but it's been a lot of work, and it's pretty cool. I'm glad you guys have been here to join me. As far as the channel update goes, I mean, I guess this is kind of an update, but I'm going to do a more formal update in a separate video. But I'm going to be doing some backpacking trips here all summer. And first I'm going to do a bunch in Maine, because there's a couple places that I haven't gone to in Maine, and I've grown up here all my life, and I still haven't hiked a couple of the mountains here that I want to hike, and I'm going to go do that, and then make some videos and upload them. And then I'll probably be going out to California at some point to help my friends with some work and try to make some money real quick and hang out with some friends I haven't seen in a couple of years. I was supposed to go last winter and it didn't end up going, so I really need to get out there because I have a lot of good friends out there that I haven't seen. And when I go out there, I'm probably going to do the parks. I'm thinking I might go from Yosemite all the way down to Lake Isabella in the Kern River on the Pacific Crest Trail. But I don't know. We'll have to see. The mosquitoes are killing me. We'll have to see what happens. You know, I never know. But yeah, definitely announcing a backpack series for my channel is definitely coming up. So look out for that. And you'll see a couple more best of videos, and you'll see a couple. I'm going to start a little series on survival guns, some of the guns that I like to use when I'm hunting and when I'm out in the woods, and that I think are practical for survival use, and I'll talk to you about some of that. And yeah, there's a lot more coming up for the channel, so make sure you guys are subscribed, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'll see. The channel's probably going to stay POV for a while. I really enjoy doing it this way, and the channel's really about the outdoors. It's not about me. It's about, you know, the outdoors and the experiences I have outdoors. And I don't think I really need to be in front of the camera. I think it's just fine on this side. Yeah, I know it's not much of a YouTube personality when you're never in front of the camera, but look at this beautiful wilderness we're always in. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want to enjoy. And I'm going to get some better camera equipment too. I've just been waiting, you know, it's hard to put so much money into the channel when I only have a couple hundred subscribers, but as I'm going to promote, I've been waiting until I had some videos to promote. Now that I have some videos on my channel, I'm going to start promoting the channel, and I'll invest in some sort of action cam, because that's probably the best thing for the POV videos. Yeah, again, thanks for joining me. Season 4, DC's Adventures, Off the Grid Experiment. Super psyched you guys joined me, and in another couple months we'll start filming Season 5. You know, I think that's how the Off the Grid series is going to go. We're going to do spring, 30 days, 30 to 31 days in the tent, and then we're going to do summer, 30 to 31 days in tent, and then we're going to do winter, 30 to 31 days in the canvas tent, until the cabin's done and until the property's done. We'll just keep on doing that, and that's how the Off the Grid experiment will continue on YouTube. Once again, thank you for joining me. Make sure you're subscribed, and anytime you share the videos definitely helps what we're doing here. So I'll see you guys on the next video.